The Coast Guard just fired 100 rounds at ICE protesters. Trump has just canceled all trade negotiations with Canada. And Sweden lets a grapist go because the graping was not long enough. This is your daily injection of political crack. Let's go. Starting with what happened in Alameda, California. Over 100 rounds were fired at protesters by the Coast Guard because they were backing up a U-Haul truck menacingly. We're going to watch a little bit of this video. I have to be careful. This U-Haul truck keeps inching closer, and this is at a Coast Guard entry point. You don't f with military checkpoints. So any lefties getting mad about this, this would happen to literally anybody. I don't care who it is. There we go. He pulls forward, and then he's going to ram. This is wild. Look at all these people waiting. You don't f with checkpoints. This is wild. And I'm going to pause it right there. Over 100 rounds were fired into this U-Haul. They stop because of course they did. There we go. Now they're going, now they're driving away. They're like, oh shit. Okay. Which is crazy. Look around, find out. Just saying. It's a military checkpoint. I can't believe how stupid they were to do this. I haven't seen anything like this in America. I've seen this type of shit over in Iraq. This is from earlier in the day. So there was a protest over here earlier in the day. And then most of the protesters left. And then like the crazy dude with the U-Haul shows up. Oh, Oakland, California Coast Guard. Oh my God. Okay. It's Oakland people. Got it. Bro, these are not cops. This is the Coast Guard. What the f? This is the Coast Guard. This is the military. Yeah, they need to get the fuck up away from the military checkpoint. This is straight up like fucking the embodiment of virtue signaling. Apparently, this was not an isolated incident. 2 ICE agents hospitalized after car ramming attack in Arizona. Is this like the video? Oh, okay, this is after the fact.
FBI conducted a standoff after an ICE investigation started. It's a convoluted story. It all centered around this house and that white truck you now see in the driveway here that was in the road earlier today. A woman who was inside during the standoff says it started when ICE came to serve a warrant for a man who had already self-deported out of the country last year. ICE tells us everything started when that truck rammed a car carrying their agents. The people inside the truck then running inside and a standoff ensuing.
2% is pushing it.
The FBI taking over the investigation. Family here says it was ICE agents who rammed the truck, not the other way around. But the FBI tells me they were assisting with an assault.
Oh, they lied. Of course they lied. They always lie. They always lie. It was them that rammed us. Nope, we got the video, bitch.
On a federal officer case after that truck rammed officers who went to the hospital but will be okay. After several messages on the loudspeaker, a man, woman, and child came out of the home. The man detained. About 20 minutes later, another man leaving the home and detained. In total, 2 men taken with agents into custody. The woman in her early 20s who came out says it was her husband and another man here illegally from Honduras who were taken.
I mean, here's the dumb thing that they did, right? Escaping to their home and getting their family involved, bro. You can't do that. That's dumb as fuck, bro. At that point, you're a target, and now you just put your family in danger, bro. What if they get fucking shot up or something? You know, like you're gonna use them as shields. You can't hide behind their family members, bro. In other news, Trump has just canceled all trade negotiations with Canada. Now, this one's a little bit weird, to me at least. So it's because of a advertisement that Canada's putting out, playing a video from Reagan talking about tariffs. And something was edited out of it that added context that was removed, and it's pissed off Trump. Here's what he has to say. The Ronald Reagan Foundation has just announced that Canada has fraudulently used an advertisement, which is fake, featuring Ronald Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs. The ad was for $75 million. They only did this to interfere with the decision of the U.S. Supreme Court and other courts. Tariffs are very important to the national security and economy of the USA. Based on their egregious behavior, all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. This is wild. And also, Canada is like 75% dependent on us financially, economically. It's pretty wild. Like, they don't really have a whole lot going on, you know, with anyone else. And it's going to be hard to, because no one has the economic power that we do. If they're 75% dependent on us, what are they going to do about this? Here's the commercial. Let's play it.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, It looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. America's jobs and growth are at stake.
Okay, so this is on an Ontario ad. That sounds pretty bad, you know what I mean? But apparently there's a missing part. Here we go. Here's the whole thing.
Now, it hasn't always been easy. There are those in the Congress, just as there were back in the 30s, who want to go for the quick political advantage, who risk America's prosperity for the sake of a short-term appeal to some special interest group, who forget that more than 5 million American jobs are directly tied to the foreign export business, and additional millions are tied to imports. Well, I've never forgotten those jobs, and on trade issues, by and large, we've done well.
What he cut out. Here we go.
Well, I've never forgotten those jobs, and on trade issues, by and large, we've done well. In certain select cases, like the Japanese semiconductors, we've taken steps to stop unfair practices against American products, but we've still maintained our basic long-term commitment to free trade and economic growth. So, with my meeting with Prime Minister Nakasone and the Venice Economic Summit coming up, it's terribly important not to restrict a president's options in such trade dealings with foreign governments. Unfortunately, some in the Congress are trying to do exactly that. I'll keep you informed on this dangerous legislation because it's just another form of protectionism, and I may need your help to stop it. Remember, America's jobs and growth are at stake. Until next week, thanks for listening and God bless you.
Okay, now I understand more clearly. So, as we know, Trump loves Reagan. I think that he is pissed because he's also modeled a lot of his ideas off of what Reagan started with. You know, like I think he was a big Reagan fan. He's basically trying to continue his work on top of, you know, his own ideas as well. So for Ontario to make an ad using Reagan as because, you know, Canada, they don't want to deal with our tariff bullshit. Okay, they already having a hard time as it is because they suck at economy. They're so fucking terrible. So that's why he's saying that they're lying, because this audio clip is actually from Reagan defending tariffs. He was explaining how they can be bad, but he's also explaining how the president needs to be able to have access to doing tariffs if he needs to, so we can use them for negotiating. And that's exactly always been Trump's point. Here's Carney's response to this, right? So Carney did a speech. I'll give you the cliff notes here. We can no longer rely on the US. I mean, good luck. You're stuck. Canada's leashed. I think it's a good thing for Canada to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and stop being dependopotamuses. I agree with this entirely. And if we could stop having Canada be a fucking dependopotamus on America, then that would be great. Doug Ford says his $75 million ad campaign, oh, it was him using Ronald Reagan's voice, will not stop because it's one of the best ads he's ever seen. Okay, let me see.
I heard that the president heard our ad. I'm sure he wasn't too happy, but it's real because it was coming from the best president the country's ever seen, Ronald Reagan. So it's very effective. It's probably one of the best ads I've ever seen.
It didn't have the rest of the audio of him saying, I need the power to be able to do tariffs as the president. So this guy puts out an ad and ruins all the negotiations. Like, how do you think Trump's going to respond, bro? Like, he's sabotaging all the work that Canada was doing. Like, Carney was playing ball with Trump and also being a strong leader for Canada. They were making progress, dude. And this guy just ruined all the fucking progress. Elizabeth May spotted stumbling off the party bus yelling, "Go Doug Ford, go." Who the fuck is this?
So we're asking everybody about Mr. Trump's actions.
Go Doug Ford! Go Doug Ford! Sorry.
Bro, she looks like a Karen. I can't listen to you, Karen. Canada's total merchandise exports. Try and get everyone else to buy your shit from Canada. They're gonna have a hard time. Doug Ford, bro, you fucking dummy. Doug Ford just called the United States our greatest friend and ally after months of slamming the US and President Trump. What is happening?
We're going to have enough energy, not just to send around the world with SMRs, but large-scale nuclear, send it down south. There's nowhere else I'd want to send it to than our closest friend and ally.
Well, you ruined that, didn't you, buddy? President Trump wins. Ontario, Canada Premier Ford is pulling the ad. Wait, hold on. I thought he said he wasn't pulling the ad. They caved in mere hours. They always cave in hours. Ah, this story. Okay, now, sorry guys, this one's gonna be aggravating. Here we go. Swedish court refuses to deport refugee after he graped a 16-year-old girl because it did not last long enough. Let you think about that for a second. Let that one simmer. Maya Alberg, now 17, is speaking out as her attacker, Yazied Mohamed, was sentenced to just 3 years in prison, according to La Derecha Diario. The court determined that the grape did not last long enough to be considered an exceptionally serious crime. Let that one simmer. Aberg was walking home after her shift at McDonald's when she was attacked and assaulted in a pedestrian tunnel by Mohammed. Rape, in many cases, is considered an exceptionally serious crime that could justify the deportation of a refugee, the court reportedly said in its ruling. However, each case must be evaluated individually, given the nature and duration of the incident. The court considers that it doesn't constitute an exceptionally serious crime that warrants deportation. Here we go.
Jag mår fortfarande illa när jag tänker på det. Jag har ju berättat det här 1000 gånger. Speciellt för polisen och när det har varit i tingsrätten. Men jag känner ju fortfarande att det är sjukt jobbigt. Under hela skolåret, förra året, så var jag knappt i skolan. Nu då och då så drömmer jag ju fortfarande mardrömmar om det. Och jag har varit jätterädd att vara ute och gå själv. Så jag går nästan aldrig själv ute nu.
I don't blame her, dude. Bro, this is fucking sad. Here's the guy. There he is. He was a guest in this country, being allowed there as a refugee, and then only gets 3 years. That's wild. Lay Judge Lena Bergen, one of the 3 judges that ruled that Maya's grape by Yazied Mohamed wasn't long enough, so he doesn't have to be deported from Sweden. Oh, and there she is reading a book that's against fascism. My heart goes to Maya Aberg. Everyone has failed her, but who failed her most is the generation that enabled open borders, the same Swedish that voted for it and keep defending it. Yeah, bro, Sweden's had an issue with this type of stuff, dude. That's a heavy story. And now it is time for Daily Crash Outs. Starting with, is this the president of Venezuela? Oh my God, it is. Trump says he's just going to start blowing them up. He's not even going to declare war. He's just going to blow up all the drug, everything, even on land.
Not war, not war, not war.
Not the war.
Just peace.
Just peace.
Just peace. Just peace. Forever, forever, forever. Peace forever.
Stop sending drugs. Stop the drugs.
No crazy war. No crazy. No crazy war. No crazy war. Please, please, please. Yes, peace. Peace forever. Peace forever. Victory forever. Defeat.
Sounds like he's panicking. I don't know, bro. Like, we're going to see what happens with this. Lifelong EBT recipient says that he and others are going to start rioting if they don't get their food stamps.
As y'all know, they done cut off the food stamps in the EBT. So that's 100% finna affect everybody that's still in the hood, or at least on Section 8. You feel me? We've been on it our whole entire life. You feel what I'm saying? Without it, you feel me? More people definitely would have been getting robbed. I ain't even gonna lie. With that being said, I know that the crime rate about to increase by like 5,000%.
Anything but
Let's
work.
not add the fact that they trying to tax 74% on anybody making under 30K. So that's gonna automatically boost the...
Native people are the only people who are not immigrants in America. Learn history, educate yourself. Are you native? I am. Shut the fuck up. But you just want the borders to be open? Liberal woman hops on TikTok to ask others for advice if she should divorce her MAGA husband? Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
This is my first TikTok.
Divorce. Yeah, just go. Just leave.
So,
Bro, do him a favor. I could just tell by the eyes. It's always the eyes.
I'm kind of nervous to post this, but I'm just wondering if there's anyone else out there like me who is married to a MAGA.
To a MAGA.
I have been thinking about leaving since the election.
Do it.
And we ended up going to counseling, which honestly really doesn't help because I'm not going to change my views and he's not going to change his views. I don't really see any other way out of this.
Oh my God, bro. It's so pathetic. Oh my God, bro. Do him a favor. Yeah, just go. Leftist melts down after being attracted to Republican men. Uh-oh.
Why is every single man that I'm attracted to a Republican?
Because you want to make them some sandwiches! Oh, man. Okay, I'm not going to say these out loud. That's disgusting. That's what a Palestinian woman calls a man who was recording her after she went off on a New York City bus when passengers asked her to keep her voice down while on the phone. She then physically attacked him and harassed other passenger. And just like that, he let her walk without blocking. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Dirty Jew. Ah, Yahoo, Yahoo. Dirty Jew. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna slap you when you get out the bus, so I wanna see how tough you are. Anyway. Just be safe.
Throat punch.
Bro, get out of my face, you faggot. You're a faggot. I don't care. Take a picture of me, faggot.
Jesus Christ, bro. What a horrible person.
Like he's a fan.
What a horrible person. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so like I said, and now I'm gonna put the speaker up and high, and you're not gonna do shit about it.
You're the problem.
Ah, shut up, you faggot. You're a faggot.
Jesus Christ, bro.
And you're a dumb, stupid bitch. You know that, right?
Now she's yelling at everyone.
No, you could shut the fuck up, you dumb, stupid bitch, because you feel like you're entitled. You're not entitled.
Bro, you're entitled. Holy fuck. Ah, the projecting. No self-awareness. It's always the same.
And I'm sorry for you because you're a Karen. You feel like you're entitled. Karen.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I want to see how tough you are. That's the thing. Y'all feel like you're entitled. Y'all gotta come all entitled. Dumb, stupid bitch. Nah, they're being racist and being entitled. I'm telling them what.
Bro, what? You were being racist and hateful. You just called people the F word.
I want to say to them. And why are you recording me?
Oh, because you're going on the internet. That's why I said hello.
You bitch. They think because I'm talking of freedom of speech, you f***ing Israel. Fuck you, dumb bitch. They think by saying fuck you, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm not gonna get arrested. You dumb f***ing dumb bitch. Yeah, when is the next class?
No, I'm not going to get arrested. You can say disgusting things because you're in America.
Free Palestine.
Freedom of speech. You could do it. But we can also record you, put you on the internet.
Where? No, he's the actor. Oh my God. You're an Israeli. You're disgusting. You're dirty. You're ugly. Free Palestine. That's why you leave my fucking country, you dumb bitch.
Do we send her back? Send her back. Is she from there or is she born here? She sounds like she's born here. So maybe we can't send her back, but we'll just put her on the internet. She can't walk away. Incapable of walking away. Just can't get enough. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad we have that on camera. Here's your answer to why New York City keeps falling apart. These entitled voters really put the smart in democracy, and honestly, the parents are the only argument ever made up. Okay.
Do you think bail is racist?
Bail is absolutely racist.
Do you think that bail is racist?
Yes.
And do you think that bail is a tool to oppress black and brown people?
Of course it is. It is, yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Absolutely, in many ways.
Jails are so racist.
They're so racist.
Is it racist for a judge to say, hey, you have a history of violent crime?
Yes.
And to keep them because of that reason?
Yes.
Your criminal history should not play any role whatsoever.
I don't think so, no.
Do you think that if I went to Harlem and asked them, they would say yes?
They would say yes.
Bail?
Yeah.
Like bailing people out?
Yeah.
No? Why?
You get locked up, you gotta pay bail.
Yeah.
That concept, just giving bail, is that racist?
Oh, basically.
No, I don't think bail is racist. No.
No, because money doesn't have anything to do with somebody's actions.
A consequence for everything you do.
Because everyone get locked up. And it doesn't matter what race, what religion you believe in.
I think if somebody has the ability to be bailed out, like if that's been granted to them, then why not? I don't think it has anything to do with race.
It doesn't have anything to do with race, but they're conflating the issue of bail, because there is the more money you have, the easier it is to get away with things. Everyone agrees with this, right? Left, right, everyone agrees with this. They're conflating the issue to where, like, if you can't afford a good lawyer, you're super fucked. They're trying to conflate that with racism. But anybody can be poor and anybody can make bad decisions. Love all these examples. These were great crash outs.